my channel. And if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for continuously supporting your girl. I appreciate that. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Okay, so on today's video, I asked you guys if you could send me a few questions on Instagram and on WhatsApp, and I also asked on my other apps but I got a few on Instagram and I got a few on WhatsApp. So I will be doing a Q&A. I'll be doing a Q&A and I am so excited. This is probably my first Q&A, I think. I got the questions on this phone and I'll just read them to you guys. But as I am doing the Q&A, I'll be also doing my face, my makeup. So I'll quickly do like cute mini look that won't take so much of my time and your time, obviously. So let's just get into it, okay? The first question goes like, I won't say who these questions are from, but I'll just read them to you guys. If you're watching this and your question is here, then shout out to you for sending through the questions, and thank you because if it wasn't for you, this video wouldn't be here. Okay, so the first question says, if you could travel to any year in a time machine, what year would you choose and why? If I could travel in a time machine, what year? Okay, so now I'm thinking about the best years of my life, and I don't want to lie, the best years of my life were probably when I was like 8 years old. Is it 8? I think from when I was a little girl, 7, 6, 7, 8. Those were my like best years, because back then I could like, you know, kind of see what's going on, and you know, like I was getting older and I knew what was going on. And the fact that it was the best time of my life is because my dad was still alive. Like nobody made me happy like that dude did, okay? So if I would travel back to the years that I was happy, it would definitely be when my father was still alive. Like those were my happiest moments and happiest years. Yeah, so that's my answer to that, because I mean, after that, like my life just changed so much, and it's not nice. The change that happened is just not nice. Like at this age, I still can't get used to it. Like I'm still trying to get used to it. Hence, I always say to people that losing a person is the worst thing that can ever, like losing a person to death is the worst thing that can ever happen to anyone. Like especially losing a parent. Like that's the worst thing ever. So right now I'm gonna read the second question. Like I don't want to put too much makeup, just a little bit, just a little smidge, a little bit of makeup here and there. So the second question reads, what has been your biggest highlight in 2023? 2023 is this year, right? And the biggest highlight for me, as I said in like my previous video, that the biggest thing that has happened to me this year is just graduating and getting a new job, like starting a new job. Like that was one of the biggest highlights of 2023 that I will forever be grateful for. And also coming back on YouTube is one of my biggest highlights. I never knew I'd come back this time around. Like I knew I'd come back, but I didn't know it could be like now, right? So yeah, those are my biggest highlights of this year. The third question reads, it says, if you had, I mean, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why? If I could change one thing, like just one thing about myself, what would it be? Honestly speaking, holding grudges. I hate that for myself. I hate it so much. Like, why am I holding grudges? Like, that's the only thing that I still want to work on, because I hate it so much. Like, a pretty girl like me holding grudges? No. It's not cute. That's one thing I would change about myself. And why? Because I hate it. It's not healthy, it's not cute. I mean, if you're holding grudges, I feel like it feels like a setback. Honestly speaking, it feels like a setback, because this is Cape Town, and if me and you had maybe a thing that happened and it caused us to kind of go our separate ways, or maybe it's a bad thing that I know hurt me so much, and it would probably cause me to hold a grudge against you, you know. And you're like walking in town, especially CBD, because that's where you see people. You're walking in town, maybe I'm going to campus or something like that, and I bump into you. Like, damn, it's not cute, man. It's just not a cute thing to do. Holding grudges is the worst feeling ever. Like, when you see the person that you have this thing with, and then it doesn't feel nice, honestly speaking. So that's the only thing that's one thing. One. There are more, but that's one thing at this point that I feel like I want to change, and I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. So the fourth question says, if you had a conversation with your ex, no, it says, if you had a conversation with your ex, what's a question you'd want to ask them? If you know me, you know that the minute you my ex, like, there's absolutely no way I'd want to talk to you like ever again, like even ask you anything ever again. Cause why am I asking you anything at this point? But if I'm being honest, one question that I would actually, I think it has to do with pride, man. Because if you're out of my life, you're just out. So one question that I would want to ask them is, why, like, why did you cheat? This is specifically going to, you know, like, if he watches this, because that's one ex that I call cheating. Because I have I ever been in a relationship and then someone cheats on me and I find out? I think two. But why did you cheat? I know it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with who they are. But like, I really want to have a conversation with them and just ask, like, why, like, what pushed you, you know? Like, I'd really like to know what pushed you to that extent. Because I mean, the minute I get into a relationship with someone, I always tell them that, listen, my deal breaker is cheating. And this person would we'd carry on with this relationship knowing that, like, he knows that my deal breaker is cheating, but he'll still go out of his way and go cheat. Like, why would you do that? So basically, it's why. Like, why did you cheat? Knowing very well that that was my deal breaker. Or were you just trying to get me out of the way? And because I mean, you knew that that's my deal breaker and you're doing it. And obviously, what is you're expecting out of it? Me leaving. So maybe that was just their easiest way of unphuma, you know? Unphuma of life, you know. I mean, and that's okay for them, but it's not okay to cheat on someone. Like, I'd rather be honest and tell them the truth that, listen, I am not feeling this anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore because of A, B, and C, you know? Like, don't be out here and cheat. Like, we're old, and at some point cheating can destroy other people. I don't remember being destroyed by a cheating guy, but like for some women, it is very a bad thing for them. Like, it hurts them, it destroys their self-esteem, and you know, it can be that bad for other women. But I'm not saying cheat on me because you don't do shit to me, but no. It's not a cute thing to do. I mean, we're old. We can easily communicate and say, listen, the same way you came to me and said you want me to be in a relationship with you, you can do the same thing and say, hey, listen, let's sit down and talk. I liked you, but now it's time to let go. And you do your own thing, I do my own thing out there. This has come to an end. It's okay to do that, honestly speaking. The other question reads, I don't even remember how many questions I've read this far, but the other question reads, it says, what inspired you to become a YouTuber, and where do you see yourself in this industry? Let's start from the beginning. It's kind of a story time, okay? So the reason that I got inspired to start a YouTube channel is because I've always wanted to be a TV presenter. Who knew? But that's what I've always wanted to be, a TV presenter. And unfortunately, it didn't happen for me, and it's okay. It's okay that it didn't happen. Maybe that's not what God wanted for me, because sometimes we want things and that's not the direction God wants us to take. So I've always wanted to be a TV presenter. I remember doing like small little clips of me pretending to be a presenter. So I've always knew that I wanted to be in front of a camera on your phone screens, or maybe one day on your TV screens. Like, I've always wanted to be a TV presenter, and I believe that I have the voice for it. Like, my voice, I know, honey. I know I have a good voice. So hence I wanted to do TV presenting when I was young. And I remember when they were still selling my Tonzi, I'd do clips and send them to, like, I'd try to send as like clips, those small presenting clips to them, so that they can pick me as a guest presenter. Those times. But yeah, so I saw that it's not gonna work out for me, because I mean, at that time of my life, I was still young. I just didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I wanted to be in front of a camera. And I was like, you know what? If I cannot be in front of a camera as a Selima Tonzi or whatever TV show there is, how about I sit in front of my own camera and have my own YouTube channel? And I remember, who did I watch first on YouTube? like those American kids were too like they were kids back then, but now they're all grown up. So I used to watch them and I used to be so inspired. I was like, you know what, I'm doing this thing. I am doing this thing. I am filming. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. And I started with, if you could go back to my first video, the camera quality, it was trash, child, but that's when I started, and that's when I was like, I'm doing this thing. And I was also into makeup. I started doing makeup in 2016, so I was also doing makeup, and I was like, this is content right here, so how about I just film it when I am doing makeup? So yeah, that's what inspired me, and where do I see myself in this industry? Honestly speaking, I don't know at this point where I'd like to be in this industry. But I know that I want to grow. I want to be relatable. I don't want to be famous. No, I just want to be relatable. I just want to tell my story. I just want people to find comfort in my channel, and you know, just relatable, honestly speaking. That's it. We're gonna hop onto the other question, second last question. What's the wildest thing you've ever done to get someone's attention? Why am I laughing as if there's something wild I've done? I'm a shy girl, honestly speaking, and I feel like I would never embarrass myself like that. So I don't think there is something wild that I've done to get someone's attention. The last question says, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in front of someone you like? The most embarrassing thing that I've done in front of someone I like is, I think it's farting. Like, if you wait, if you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend have known each other for a while, I don't think that's embarrassing. But doing it in front of someone that you just currently met and you guys are still in the honeymoon phase, that's embarrassing, especially for a pretty girl like me. That's so, like, it was embarrassing for me, to a point where I felt so bad for a while, and he was like, no, it's okay, it's okay, like, you don't have to worry about it. I was like, damn. My tummy is honestly, I have a problem with a bloated tummy. So the minute my tummy feels bloated, then I really have to release gas. Honestly speaking, I have to, like, ASAP, or else if I don't, then my stomach is gonna start getting painful, and you don't want that for yourself, child. That was the last question, and I would actually like to get more, like, if I do post something on IG and ask you guys to hit me up with questions, I'd honestly love you guys to participate, especially the one, like, if you don't follow me on IG, please do go and follow me on Instagram at Sande Jack Sande _ Jack. That's my Instagram handle. I'd really love to get more engagement from you guys when I do post something that has to do with Q&As. I really love to answer some of your questions. But they don't really have to be this personal. You can ask me, like, general questions, honestly speaking, like anything general, like about life, about relationships, about academics, about mental health, about, like, anything. You can ask me anything, but not about, like, things that, anything actually. I'll just let you know that I can answer this or I can't answer that because of, you know, sometimes you can't answer something that you have never went through, but at some point you can like have an opinion, you know, you can have an opinion and say your opinion or say how you feel about a certain thing, you know. So that's gonna be it for me today. And I am so happy that you guys sent through these questions. There are a few, I know, but I'm happy that you guys sent them through. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for sending through the lovely questions. Thank you so much. And if you have watched this video till this far, please do comment down below, or maybe comment with an emoji, but this time around it has to be red because we are drinking a red wine. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with an emoji or anything that you want to say. Share, subscribe, like, do all the good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now.